As a child, growing up in South Africa, I first confronted my white privilege at 8. When a family friend came to visit, he walked down our driveway. Then a couple minutes later, the armed response was at our door. It turns out our next door neighbor had reported a suspicious individual entering our property. I watched the drama unfold in shock as I realized the only reason my friend was being questioned was because he was black. From this moment forward, I became conscious of racism and the effects that it had on people's lives. I vowed not to remain blind to the struggles and the pain of my fellow humankind, promising to listen, to learn, and to lead. Acknowledging that as society, we flourish not in spite of our diversity, but because of it. Whiria te tangata, weave the people together. Like a rope strengthened by intertwined strands. As a community, we can also weave together to form a unified national identity by embracing the roles we each play. Within society, the 3 key roles that form our nation's unified rope are leaders, the encouragers, teachers, the expressors, and learners, the listeners. These 3 roles are essential to creating a society of inclusion and diversity. And with the collaboration of all 3 components, the rope of unity will be achieved. A leader accepts every hue and every shade, seeing the beauty in the fusion of differences and the strength in our woven braid. They have the ability to create a positive environment and the power to promote collaboration by bridging together different races, beliefs, and cultures. As a South African, I was brought up surrounded by an array of different people, which has provided me with a broader perspective on the effects of discrimination. With a complex history marked by both challenges and triumphs, South Africa displays the importance of strong leadership. We see the influence that leaders can have on a nation through the role that Nelson Mandela had in disassembling the apartheid regime. Despite spending 27 years in prison, he emerged without harboring bitterness or seeking revenge. And instead, he became an advocate for peace and coexistence between different racial and ethnic groups. His power to see beyond a separate strand and envision a unified rope. Role models, what a good leader should be. Now, we all have the ability to be leaders and the power to shape those around us to eliminate hate. So I reiterate that leadership matters. Just as each strand is crucial to the integrity of the rope, each individual is crucial to the vitality of a community. So to achieve race unity, we need leaders, but we also need teachers. Teachers in particular play a pivotal role by sharing their traditions, their practices and beliefs to foster understanding and create a community where all people feel valued, regardless of their race. We all have the capability of becoming a teacher and the power to change misconceptions about race if we speak up and if we actively educate others. We can do this by speaking with people from different races or cultures, or sharing our language or stories with friends, because teachers express. They share their opinions, ideas, and beliefs, helping society progress so that our nation may be led to success, led to a unified rope. We need teachers, but we also need learners. Being a learner is about overcoming judgment. It's about actively listening to others and acknowledging that our perceptions of people are shaped by our own experiences, and that as humans, we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are by faults of our own. Therefore, it is essential that we make that transition to active learner. And some simple ways we can do this is by speaking with people from different backgrounds, or even simply trying food from an ethnic restaurant, because being a learner is about being more interested than interesting, about setting aside any agendas or your need to be heard so that you may truly come to terms with the fact that discrimination still disturbs. So as part of a community, make it your mission to ask questions, to learn and to listen. For it is only when we have all three components functioning will we achieve the rope of unity. Only when all of us humans, skin color, background, religion, or pronoun, work together to make new resolutions for society, embrace diversity, and see the strength in an inclusive community so that we may weave our nation's rope of unity. Because success is not that of a single person, but instead the strength of many. So let's take action. On a nationwide effort, we could establish a Speak Out listening campaign. This would entail a team of advocates to travel across the country, engaging in conversations and interviews to highlight the diversity within our nation. Their journey will be promoted through various social media pages and a televised documentary, enabling New Zealanders from across the country to tap in and learn about different races and cultures. The campaign could also establish an annual Speak Out Listening Day, featuring cultural celebrations and events that celebrate the richness of New Zealand's diversity. Overall, the campaign will provide a supportive environment for people to share their experiences and perspectives, giving New Zealanders the opportunity to connect and express their hopes for the future. It'll also help weave our nation's rope of unity and create a community that is encouraging leaders, expressive teachers, and intuitive listeners. For as the Bahá'í writings say, the supreme need of humanity is cooperation and reciprocity. The stronger the ties of fellowship and solidarity amongst humanity, the greater will be the power of accomplishment and constructiveness in all planes of human activity. So in the spirit of unity, be that learner. Be interested and invested in all people, so that we may become more connected, binding together in a rope that won't wither. Be that teacher. For humanity's sake, speak up against hate so that we may create a united human race. And finally, be that leader who makes us all feel safe, who builds bridges when once there were walls. You see, it's up to us all. Leader, teacher, learner. Woven in the rope of unity, finally we can achieve race unity. Thank you.